Hello. This is a sketchbook tour. Um yeah, this is my sketchbook tour. I basically just want to show how your sketchbook doesn't have to be perfect. And the process of my process basically. And what I do, and kind of my thought process during when making. And also just want to show the imperfections. Like, it's good to make good and bad art. Like, it's cool to make a shitty drawing, and it's I don't know, you're gonna just see this is actually not in this sketchbook itself. It's not even in chronological order. It's more me just freaking going here and just allowing this sketchbook to just be a place where I'm curious. I'll play about with styles and just explore, even just go back to what I just enjoy drawing. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah. And then there's a cool little cover. Also, this is currently my favorite color combination. So yeah, you're gonna hear also about phases I go through with creating, and color palettes that I get obsessed with, and all of these things. So right now it's silver and blue, and also you're gonna see a lot of this. You're gonna see Prof a lot. So just a little warning there for you. But yeah, this is basically my brand. And then KE is what another abbreviation for keep evolving. So yeah, Prof, keep evolving. That's kind of my mantra. And I kind of stick with this, keep evolving, as I don't know, it's just what I like to freaking draw, innit? And there's kind of, I don't know, it's a take on both life and drawing. I see how drawing and my sketchbook, I can go back to these sketchbooks and look back at my life and think of oh yeah, I was here, I was in this point in my life, I was doing this. So it's as much as for me to develop my style, or even just develop as an artist, is also just a track on different times and different phases in my life. So yeah, that's enough so far. Let me actually start it. So look, first page. For this one, do you know what? This sketchbook, I actually wanted to make it about prior to making sketchbooks, I kind of have this thing in mind of where I'm okay, I want to do either more pattern based stuff. I want to maybe just do one of tagging. But this one, I actually wanted to make it on figurative stuff, and actually more realism. So it was just more portraits and stuff. I didn't do that. I do figurative stuff, but it was more yeah, I tried it, but it just wasn't. Sometimes that's what ends up happening with me. So I'm just yeah, I'll do this and this and this. Then after I'm nah, let me just do my own thing. Let me just see where it goes. So yeah, first page. Got a nice little cool, just, just trying out form and stuff like that. And then yeah, got this cool thing here. I want to make this into a pin. Also another thing with my style, you're gonna see a lot of same kind of ideas and concepts, or same characters and stuff, but just in a different way. So yeah, got these. But yeah, man, we've got this cool little pattern thing. And yeah, this was more just training, and trying to create and stuff like that, just perfecting my lines. This again, yeah, same thing. I bought a silver Posca pen, and I've just been going crazy, I can't lie. Again, you can see behind here as well, there's a pencil sketch. So it's I'll just go over it. I don't really care about any of that, and some stuff just leave it unfinished. anyone that's like new to drawing or wants to get into drawing or like in a creative rut, like it's okay to just do shit work or like stuff that you just don't really like, but it's more so like just the persistence of like creating. That's what keeps keeps you going. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is the first one. This is a girl from Squid Game. I don't know her name, but yeah, I tried to do it, but I don't know, I just couldn't be bothered, if I'm being honest, to do like shading and the values and stuff. But I want to try and develop it maybe into like watercolor. But I do love drawing realism, but I just right now where I'm at in my life, I just don't do it. That's all it is. But it's cool. It's cool. And then this, I love this one. I'm literally working on this right now. Like I'm making it into a painting, like a big ass canvas. So yeah. And again, yeah, it's the same kind of idea, but yeah, I love this concept. I love this. And even then, I just like the, again, you're gonna have, again, like you saw prior to all of this, like it wasn't really anything groundbreaking, but then you have like a little moment like this where you're like, I fuck with this. This is good. This is some good stuff. And then yeah, another one. Keep evolving. So yeah, I drew a fish. I drew a fish skeleton. But don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it says keep evolving. I drew something like this back in when I was studying at uni, and it was about like sustainable clothing. And then I just drew fish and like how clothing affects our oceans, but I just kind of stuck with me the whole fish concept of like, I don't know, and then using the keep evolving of like evolution and stuff. But yeah, man. And then yeah, everything kind of goes hand in hand. This is a banger. This is an absolute piece. Yeah, I made this yesterday. And again, it's that same colour palette of silver and blue. I've just been obsessed with it. And it just looks hard. I don't know, again, like, also with your sketchbook, like, I always have this thing of where I'm like, oh, I want to make it into this, I want to make it into this, I'll put it here. Sometimes it's like, do you know what, when the time comes, that's when I'll just be like, do you know what, I've built up like a solid bank of work, or like work I'm comfortable enough and confident enough in to then be like, okay, let me just try it in this, and if it doesn't necessarily work, it's cool, at least I tried, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, if I commit to this whole video stuff, I'll show like my other sketchbooks, and maybe this is my most recent sketchbook, so maybe I'll start like on ones where they're from, what's it called, like after COVID, because that's when I started to really like use these sketchbooks. And so maybe I'll just show that process and like what different sketchbooks mean for me, and where I was at, and you know what I mean, like, and what type of process I may have been going through. But you'll also just see like I don't know, I think you see the development of a style, and like how certain things are like pretty concise in like the grand scheme of like my journey. But yeah, man. And even like what other thing was I gonna say? I don't even know. But yeah, cool. That's a cool little piece. I actually really love this. And again, yeah. So look, this one here, this was the first one I done with the silver and blue. But you can see like basically this top bit here ain't meant to be like that. It's not really. It's meant to just be like boom. But that's the whole process. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna just make stuff. You're gonna be like, oh shit, that don't work out. But this also looks hard, so I ain't mad at it. I want to do it on this one maybe, but I'll see. See, I made this way back before I started working on these. So like before, this was just a blank page, but it's only until yesterday I was like, okay, let me just start just filling up the sketchbook. But yeah, I made this a while ago. I think it's pretty cool. It's nothing like, it's just, again, there's certain things I just like doing. Like I'm comfortable doing like this type of line work because I feel like that's my style, but I want to try like recontextualize it and stuff like that. So, oh, I should creased up the bloody page. Silly, bro. Oh yeah, yeah. I've done some oil pastel stuff. This was really cool actually, but again, I just didn't really develop on it. But again, this was more like trying to get better at like values like lighting and shading and stuff like that, and getting comfortable with that, and even just trying a new medium. Like I've done oil pastels before, but yeah, thought let me give it another try, because I do actually enjoy it, but it's just a bit of a messy process, and sometimes when you can't really get the color that you want or like the type of thing, you're trying to go back on it. But it's cool though. I actually really I just love the texture of it. I was inspired by like George Condo and stuff like that. So yeah, man, this is hard. Yeah, it's a cool little page. Sometimes I also just make stuff with like a spread. Like I remember in graphic design, it's like I learned how we were learning about like page layouts and stuff like that, and how does it look on the page, like how does these two coincide with one another. Obviously, this is actually another tip for anyone that's getting into drawing. Get like, don't get like I actually recommend don't get like a big ass sketchbook. Like get a good A5, A6, or like something in between size sketchbook, and then just create an illustration in the center of the page, and then just see how that looks. Like it could be anything. Obviously right now it's just like this cool little guy, but yeah, just do that. And honestly, if you don't like it, just go over it. Or if you don't like it being simple, just add some color. Like do what feels good for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like don't be hard on yourself during this process, because yeah, there's no need. It's a sketchbook, man. Like this is literally where you go to like, you know, just express yourself. Be free. Be free. This is another thing. Yeah, again, I want to try maybe do like some oil pastels or watercolor. I want to color it in. I want to see. I like this cool gal. And then also made these. Again, this is a style that I was working on in like a different sketchbook, but I love like character design. And then why didn't I follow my dream? I drew myself. If I chose not to do something creative, and I was like, how would I actually be? And I can't lie, like I have to draw myself quite negatively, because it's like, if you want to do something creative, you gotta like, it takes time, but it's like the fulfillment that you get from creating is genuinely like no other. So if my voice sounds shaky, or like I am not used to being on camera, by the way, guys, or even just like talking into the camera. This is very like new to me. So yeah, let me know though if you guys like this type of video and all of this. Yeah, I want to get some feedback. Just let me know. Yeah, see if I want to see how I can improve. Because yeah, I don't just even uploading to Instagram and stuff like that. I don't really do any of that stuff, but it's cool, man. But this is the start of it, do you know what I'm saying? So this is another cool little again, I don't really like it. I drew this back in like March, and this is like, now that I think about it, some of this during this time I was in a bit of like a creative rut. So I was just trying to make an idea out. Like I remember like literally not doing anything all day, and then before I went to bed or something, I was like, let me just get an idea out. Let me just try and see where it goes. Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, like any idea out, like this ain't really it. Like this is kind of, but it's cool. It's fine. Yeah. See, look, I was just trying watercolors, but I don't know, I just didn't really like it. And then also I have just like this other type of pen. I like, let me experiment with this one. I've done something like this before, but again, there's nothing to really go off of. Yeah, man. See, look, we're going through the process. Like, not every page has to be a gem. I remember I watched some video like a while ago. Like, I think it was around like COVID times. I was just looking for inspiration on YouTube, and it was like, let me watch this sketchbook tour, and every page was insane. Like, every page was like just this incredible painting or watercolor or like some mad intricate design. I'm like, I remember I was looking at my sketchbooks like, fucking hell, my shit does not look like that at all. But it's like, that's that person's process. But it also made me like, no, I actually would say feel a bit insecure about my work, but it was like kind of doubt myself. But then after, as time's gone on, it's like, you've been doing like sketchbooks like this. So it's like, this is your way of like getting your ideas out. And then, you know, it's kind of like filtering like gold through, you know what I mean? And like even having moments, like I think that's also another thing. Like you'll have moments and you'll see it in your sketchbook and in life. Like I know when I'm in a good stride and like when I'm in a good flow and like I'm just creating ideas consistently and they feel good, they feel right, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is a good day to like just, you know, draw and be creative. But some days you don't want to really draw anything. You just feel like, ugh, I can't be bothered. Like this day, like even this, oh, by the way, these P's were just drawing again yesterday. But like these characters, like I was trying, but nothing really was like resonating. And I drew this little guy. And yeah, oh yeah, I drew these. This is a kind of like another bit of my style. Do you know what I'm saying? I like drawing my characters like this. It's inspired by like Picasso. His like expressionism and stuff, but my own little twist. But also I'm also like inspired by like Bangla folk art. That's also one of my huge inspirations. This is actually a pretty long video. Fuck. Let's see. Oh yeah. See, this is a banger. This is just hard. So look, this is, you find a little bit of gems. You know what I'm saying? Like you just find that stride, and then alongside it, I thought, let me draw this little, I don't know, circle star thing, and it looks. Personally, I think it looks like. And then yeah, these are a while back. I don't really remember the context, but yeah, these are cool. You know, but yeah, silver and blue, banger. Yeah, another shit page, but it's all good, man. See, look, I hope people that are watching this, you're either just like drawing yourself or, you know what I mean, you're getting inspired by this. And then yeah, this one, oh yeah, so this page here, so this style, whenever I'm in a creative rut, I'll just do a thing of where you're like, let me just do the flow and thing of drawing. Let me just do the action of drawing. It doesn't have to be good. The lines could be shit. But if you just put like doodles on a page all concisely together, it's kind of like, okay, you kind of feel it out and try to figure stuff out as you're going. And you might like find a little gem in it, like, and then like refine it and, you know, perfect it. Like I love these little jellyfish, and then even this drawing here, like I instantly like have an idea for it now as I'm looking at it. But yeah, man, it's all part of the process. You know what I mean? There's no like clear-cut way of doing things, especially with something creative. You got to find like your own process. And if making, you know, some drawings that you're not really a fan of, then so be it. It's cool, man. And then this little angel. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out like and also yeah, this is another one of like maybe just challenging yourself. So as much as like this is like a good place to play and stuff, I also do see the value in like trying to challenge what you would usually find comfortable drawing. And yeah, I think it's good to try a challenge. So this was like me just trying to figure out like certain forms and trying to, I don't know, get better at that. And then we're drawing this lady. I want to maybe do this as a watercolor and like incorporate the patterns that I was doing earlier into the dress. Yeah, man, I like this. This is another pattern. Again, I just feeling it out, man. I'm just figuring something. I'm just putting pen to paper. But again, it's like, it's cool. It's like, yeah, got this little guy. Got these two guys, actually. It's pretty cool, actually. I'll fuck with this. I'm gonna try and make this into like, make them like a digital print, and then incorporate a little bit of colour into it, but like digitally. And then another character. Just perfecting my lines as well. Like, yeah. Another one. Yeah. I'm gonna try to do the blue and black, blue and silver thing for this. It does get a bit repetitive. I'm just showing the whole thing. Damn. Cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. I don't really know what else to talk about. I feel like I've actually talked quite a bit, but it's cool though. Yeah, I'm just showing you more. I'm kind of, let me just speed race, and then yeah, look. So as you can see, throughout that whole process is just, you know, nothing significant, but then you come across a page where you're like, okay, this is actually good. Like, I like how this looks, and this idea itself was like me just being a bit free. I was watching Beautiful Losers, the documentary. If you're a creative, I recommend anyone, or just in life actually, I recommend anyone to watch that. It's just about artists during the 90s, and they grew up, well, didn't grow up, they kind of come from different backgrounds, and then they all moved to New York at a similar time, and they kind of just explain their journey. They kind of show or talk about like their perspective on art, on life. Yeah, man, it's such a, and yeah, one of my favorite artists ever is on there. So yeah, I think she's gonna come. I've done like an ode to her, but yeah. And even this idea, like, I saw one of the creators, I forget his name, but he was just saying about how sometimes one of his processes, if an idea doesn't really come like instantly, I'm not in a moment during it, I don't really trust it. Like, I like ideas where I'm there and then it's just a very spontaneous and quick reaction, and this is kind of like that. Like, I just kind of got, like, I kind of spaced out, and it was just in the moment and creating this. So yeah. Yes. So anyone that is trying to be out here creating work, please keep going. Please keep going. Because, bro, do you know what? The other day, I was doubting myself. I was like, shit, like, I don't know about this and that. But I threw on a Kendrick Lamar interview, and he was saying about like how you are your own individual person and you have a unique perspective, and it's like you should share that, because, you know, that's a valuable perspective in this world, and someone is either gonna resonate with it and also be inspired by it. There's people out here that they don't really have like a vessel or like a way of communicating ideas or like saying things. So it's like, but the fact that you can, and you know, you're able to express yourself it's a blessing. It's really a blessing. Yeah, man, please keep going. Anyone that's, if you feel like you're giving up, keep going, man. Just keep going. Like, there's little hurdles in life, you know what I'm saying? But it's all part of the process. And anyone that's killing it and they're doing their thing and they're just on a mad high, please keep going. Because we need to see your work, man. And you need to inspire, because you already are. And then, yeah, this is a banger. So again, this is another piece. So certain ideas as well is more so just figuring it out. How can I even say this? it's more like me just feeling out ideas and then later on seeing how I can apply it. So for this one, I love this idea. I want to maybe make it into a print, but also I did make it into a canvas and it's slightly different. Do you know what I'm saying? So let me give me 1 second. I'll let you guys stare at this. Like 2 minutes. No, 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Yeah, and then look. So it's slightly different, but the idea is kind of the same, do you know what I mean? But I think certain processes, like with canvas and acrylic, I feel more comfortable doing this style because I feel like I can get the most out of it and do, I don't know, like just get a better line work, and I'll be more satisfied with how the idea would look compared to if I was to try to do this type of line work painting. But I have a few like Posca pens, but in the moment this feels good. And yeah, this is just hard. This is so hard. I love this, by the way. Okay, yeah, this is, damn, it's 26 minutes. Damn. Selfless static. Oh god. Sometimes I just see words and then I'll just copy them. I just heard the word selfless and I drew it, or just wanted to like, and then try it with this pen that I have. And then static was from Steve Lacy. He had a song called Static from his album Gemini Rights, and it's an absolute banger. But for some reason, them two just came hand in hand. I feel like this is like some poetic, profound shit, but it's really not. It's just me being like, oh, selfless static. What does that even mean? But yeah, this cool guy. So yeah, this one, yeah, I think I told you just earlier. It was one of my favourite artists ever is Margaret Kilgallen, and she's in the documentary Beautiful Losers, and she gives like this speech over, she was just talking about her work and saying about how from afar it may look like such a clean line, but if you look closely you see like wavers and like little imperfections. But like that's the beauty of art, is like the human touch of like seeing like little flaws and stuff. But that's what makes it unique. That's what makes it that person's art, and that should just inspire you to just want to make stuff and not be such a perfectionist about it. But yeah, this is her style. This is also probably why I also love drawing side profiles, because she also done that as well. But it's basically her style. I just kind of done it my own way. I don't know what I read. Again, it was the same thing of like delusion. I just heard it and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, man. She's so cool. A legend. She's an absolute legend. Yeah. Again, anyone that's watching this, also watch Beautiful Losers. It's on YouTube, so, and he's, yeah, cool. Prof. KE, keep evolving. Yeah, man. Keep evolving. Keep evolving your style, innit? See, and you see even during this process, like, how certain ideas evolve, or like, I'm just trying new things. So, yeah. And what these are pretty cool. Again, I think just trying to perfect my line work. I like this idea. I like this concept. But yeah, I want to like just refine it a bit more and maybe see if it could be on canvas or whatever. But yeah, this is a cool idea. Maybe even color and stuff like that. And also, yeah, contextualize the patterns. Maybe try and like communicate some sort of like intricate thought. Yeah. So again, I'm actually kind of glad I'm showing the, like, this is all still like a work in progress, like certain ideas. I don't finish it instantly. I come back to it. Yeah. But this one here, I just copied this illustration I saw. My algorithm sometimes is rapper type beats, and this is an Earl Sweatshirt type beat. And I was like, I actually really like that illustration. So yeah. we got this. Got this cool little guy. I drew this. This is fun. Sorry about that. Yeah, this idea, it was cool. I just wanted to, again, I'm just trying things out, see where it goes. And then another one, I want to do this in watercolor, like finish it off. Yeah, it's a nice idea. Maybe again, like kind of from earlier, that lady with like the intricate patterns, maybe have a better face inside the center. But yeah, man, I love doing these patterns because I don't know, I kind of just allow. Actually, it's that flow state. It's that flow state. You know what I'm saying? I fall into that. So yeah, man. With these color character. I love this character. Really cool. Yeah. So you can see later on, I was like, oh yeah, let me actually just do more character designs. I was kind of feeling more comfortable with drawing these type of people. And you saw how just one little sketch, one little drawing of that face, where was it? Oh yeah, here, turned into this. But you see the development of like, I don't know, just trying it out. I'll do another like update on this sketchbook just to show like, because a lot of the stuff is unfinished, but, or just like not fully developed, but yeah, man. And same recurring patterns. I don't know if you remember this guy with the big air hat. But this is another style that I kind of do. There's better examples of it in other sketchbooks, which yeah, I'll show you guys. And yeah, I like this character. It's cool. Like sometimes it like certain ideas, like they do come from like a deeper place, or like I don't know, it's like I like to think art is a pretty like introspective, or like it's, you know, it's something like within. Sometimes it's also just like you just want to make something cool because it just feels nice. Like I just like this style, you know. And then and then also pen work. So yeah, I love this. This is where I think you're gonna also see like the development of my personal style. Yeah, it's just a lot of pattern-based stuff, and I think this is where I like to think I'm gonna properly thrive in. But yeah, man, this is just like, it should just be again like a playground of like we can just be free, do whatever, you know what I mean, figure stuff out as you're going along. You kind of hear, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't even know what I was thinking about, but then somehow I'm like, oh yeah, and then we got here into the center of it. You're like, oh shit, okay, now I feel better. Like during the process of drawing as well, like I see and feel things like I might be angry that day, and then I'm like, oh, or things are annoying me, but then I'm able to just like draw it out and then just like kind of think things through. So yeah, man, this is like, it's very therapeutic, I can't lie. Like especially doing like this type of pattern, you know, you kind of just in your own little zone, in your own little world, listen to music, listen to like an interview, listen to podcasts, whatever you like to do, or just be in complete silence. That's also just as good. Just be with your thoughts, allow your thoughts to be free, you know what I'm saying? And then you might make something like this and just be happy, be proud. Like when you, the fulfillment I get from creating something is sometimes like no other. Like I'm like, oh, this came from my brain. Like this was like I done whatever. I had a bit of free time today, or like I had nothing to do today. But I sat down and just put my focus into something and created something that I think is beautiful, and that's a good feeling, man. That's a genuinely like beautiful feeling. And then and we're back to the tags. Yeah, man. Don't be afraid to make ideas and like just yeah, man. Keep going, keep evolving. Honestly, keep evolving. You know, you go through life, you're gonna keep evolving. That's just the way it is. That's the way it goes. And be happy about the journey. Don't think of the outcome, think of the journey and enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process, man. It's way more satisfying. Obviously, there's fulfillment and looking back and being like, yeah, bro, we're there. But as long as you enjoy the journey, that just makes it 20 times better. Because you're going to go through hardships, you're going to go through all this struggle, you know, but it's all worth it, man. Yeah. And then another one. Yeah, as I was saying, look, if you got a chance, just allow the ideas to flow. Just let it be. Do you know what I'm saying? What was I thinking about? Here, I was just thinking about life. This is literally just a reflection of life. And like the ups and downs, you know, the flow of it. But yeah, bro. I think there's one more of this. But yeah, we'll almost come to that end. Oh, here's a blank page. And then, oh yeah, see, it's the last one. But you see, I've got... Yeah, man, you're just refining the idea. Sometimes the other idea, you might like it more than, you know, the ones that you're working on right now, but it's calm. But look at this, like, this is hard. Look at my work. But, you know, I generally just think, like, looking through this, like, just know, like, nothing has to be perfect. Like, don't reach for perfection. Like, there's like a thing of like, practice doesn't make perfect, practice makes progress. So yeah, just keep going. And yeah, man, like I hope you like this. But yeah, I want to try showing more videos. I'm not used to doing this, but I hope you guys can give me some grace. And yeah, I'll show some more sketchbooks and kind of maybe share some more like views and outlooks. I might just reiterate the same shit but in a different way. But yeah, this is so uncomfortable for me, by the way, but it's cool. I think it's something new, and it actually does feel exciting, and it's like being able to share perspective is always useful for someone, and yeah, can be inspiring. So yeah, man, hope you guys like it. Yeah, give me some feedback if you guys would like to. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Let me know what you guys think of my art, all of that stuff. I'd be happy to hear, and I do appreciate you guys for sticking around to the whole video. Kind of cut off a little bit, but yeah, I really do appreciate you listening to what I have to say and seeing what I have to show. Yeah, and I hope it's of value to you. Yeah, take care, have a good day, and yeah, man, keep drawing, keep exploring, keep evolving.